Your Grow Report, starting off with the drought monitor, as always, and something different this week. Improved in Kansas, not so the case in Nebraska, but Nebraska still faring pretty good. 36% of Kansas now drought-free, kind of the western third of the state. 64% abnormally dry, 53% moderate, 26% severe. Still, the exceptional area 9%, and extreme 9%, exceptional as bad as it gets, 1.21% right here. As we look at Nebraska, then Nebraska is indeed 94% drought-free. Last week it was 95% drought-free. That means 6% abnormally dry. The moderate area in Nebraska, 1%, and 0.45% severe in the extreme southeast part of the state. So it's been dry in southeast Nebraska, and that is where we need the moisture all the way down into Kansas. But overall, the picture looks pretty good. As far as precip, the outlook for the rest of August, below normal for a big share of Kansas. Otherwise, kind of the western portion of Kansas, all of Nebraska, normal precipitation expected. Temperature-wise, about 10 degrees above normal for most of Kansas, 5 degrees above normal for the rest of northwest Kansas, and south central, southeast, eastern Nebraska. Normal temperatures expected elsewhere in the Cornhusker State. As far as precip, out 3 months, below normal. The eastern third of Kansas, normal precip, all of Nebraska, and a big share of Kansas. Temperature-wise, on the other hand, it could be a warm fall. According to the outlook, it shows 5 degrees above normal for Nebraska, the northern tier of Kansas. Otherwise, the rest of Kansas, about 10 degrees above normal for that 3-month outlook. Then, as we look at the week ahead, we're going to roll back to that. And here's a forecast for storms, primarily in the afternoon tomorrow. During the day, Tuesday, kind of a cool down through Thursday, but warming back up. We do average pretty close to normal. Lows will average in the 60s. Normal lows, by the way, are around 64. That's where we're going to be. Normal highs for the week ahead, 86. We're going to be a little bit below that, around 83. So our proverb this week, because it includes August, of course, so many mists in March we see, so many frosts in May shall be. So many fogs in August we see, so many snows that year will be. And I've heard this from a lot of old proverb makers that 90 days after a fog, we're going to get rain or we're going to get snow, and this kind of falls in line with that. So add them up. We've had some fog this last week or so. Count up those days of snow that we get in return. That is your Grow weather for this week. Join us again next week as we watch things grow.
A prominent Nebraska cattle feeder shares what he's learned as he's honored at the upcoming Angus Quality Feeding Summit. Here's more.
Well, we all grew up around the feedlot when we were little, obviously coming from a good German family. The work ethics got pushed on us pretty hard.
Gerald Timmerman talks about being raised on his family's small feeding operation near Springfield, Nebraska. When he was 28 years old, Timmerman's father offered him and his younger brothers a chance to take charge of the family business.
One of the things that my father did us a great favor is buying the company, not giving the company. So we had to assume a lot of responsibility. He didn't sign on any credit for us or anything. We had to build our own credit.
4 brothers were equal partners from day one. No titles, no bonuses, just a simple business plan that was built on hard work.
Been in what I call a lot of storms, from the dairy buyout to, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's just part of the business. You take it in stride. You got to be smart. Smart is an IQ. You know, just savvy, hungry, and have a little humility, and you can have a pretty good career.
Visit feedingqualityforum.com to attend Timmerman's reception or any of the forum activities. I'm Bob Cervera.
When Grow continues, we see where the congressional candidates stand on trade and tariffs. Stay with us.